Faye Hines is here. Faye, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm great. I just got back from a trip
That's
to
right.
Haiti.
Haiti. You went now. Haiti. There was a huge earthquake there. What was it?
That was
2-3 years ago?
Yeah, no, it's 5 years ago, I think now, about that.
Has it recovered?
No,
No.
but it's not about the earthquake.
No.
Those things happen, but when they happen to the poorest of the poor,
Yeah.
it's a whole different kind of thing.
So what were
But
you doing there?
on a missions trip,
Wow.
and everybody should go somewhere, do something for someone else. And the greatest gift of that is you're doing it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I came back with how blessed, came back with
Perspective.
a
Right.
whole different perspective. Even though I've done small things before, I've never had that kind of an experience. It was amazing.
Wow.
Big thing, unplug.
Right.
Just spend time with yourself.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
agree.
huge deal. Huge deal.
I think it's going to become one of the things in our society that happens in the future where there's like a day that's like an unplugged day. Every week people will start to subscribe to something like that.
Have to.
Yeah, you really do. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's crazy how fast time goes and how little of it you're there for when you're plugged in.
Well, you're plugged in. You're plugged into the past or the future.
Mm-hmm.
You're not plugged into where you are.
Right.
Be where you are is a healthy, magnificent way to live your life.
Agreed.
Not very many people are doing it with the
It's true.
anticipation of your cell phone or what's happening.
Emails.
Yes.
What's next? I know
Yes.
I have to talk to my daughter about it all the time. I said, what are we doing next, Daddy? What are we doing next? They don't worry about it. Just think about right now.
Yeah, enjoy right now.
Yeah.
Which
you're
I
just
am.
sitting in the car, or whatever it is. Enjoy it. Have a good time. Look out the window or something.
Yes.
Enjoy
Don't be
it.
plugged into something constantly.
No, that's great. Well, congratulations and thanks to you for doing that. It's obviously a positive ripple of goodness for all of humanity when someone decides to go and do something like that.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah. Well, congrats to you for that. And I know I saw some things on Facebook, so I got a little sneak peek into what you were kind of doing there. And that's just fantastic stuff, Faye. Thank you so much for that. Into what I think is probably from a real estate perspective, one of the most interesting times that we've had in the last few years, because we've really seen kind of a straight up market. It's just been like a straight up seller's market with low inventory and a situation where buyers are struggling to get the perfect house that everybody wants. To now, we did a poll on smartersandiego.com. We asked people, second half of 2015, what do you think? Is the market going to go up? Is it going to stay strong? Is it going to go down and soften a little bit? Or is it just going to stay flat, stay right where we're at? And we're almost perfectly divided across all three of those answers. And that's the first time we've seen that, Faye. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. What do you think second half of 2015? Up, down, stay the same?
It's going to be great.
Really?
It is going to be great. A couple of reasons. We are anticipating the Fed's raising the interest rate.
True.
The immediate effect of that will actually give us a push.
You think so?
It will. Because the fear is it going to go up higher?
Right.
It always happens. So that's exactly what I see, is that we're gonna have a great end of the year. We're going to actually get a push for the fourth quarter, which is usually slower because the second and third quarters are usually the best.
Right.
And now we're going to see a push to the fourth quarter, and I think the interest rate's going to help.
So you
It's
think
gonna
you think rates go up a little bit? That'll actually wake people up to the fact
Yes.
that rates can go up.
Exactly.
And they will then move into action.
They'll move into action. It's going to also have sellers recognize, if I'm going to sell, I better get it done.
So you
It's
think
going
it'll
to
spring both
increase.
sides?
I do.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going to see increased inventory. We're going to see increased buyers. I think that the good news is that interest rates are going up.
That's the good news.
That's the good news. Because the bad news has been all along that our economy was not doing well enough to support the low interest rates.
Again, with brilliance, that's absolutely true. The low interest rates are a sign that things aren't good.
That's exactly right. So now we've got more good news because
good
we are healthy enough. You think about it, if people are talking about, oh my gosh, 4% interest. Excuse me, I have lived long enough to recognize 4% interest is manageable, it is affordable, and the increases, even in the amount of the minimum wage, as an example, we're seeing increases. They're not quite as fast as what we've seen in home prices, but we're seeing the income raise.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the house prices raise,
Mm-hmm.
and they will stabilize.
They should. They should stabilize. And if we see interest rates go up, I think that'll actually be one of the stabilizing factors.
My opinion is this is the best news we've had. We've seen this coming for 2 years.
Right.
And it hasn't happened, and it hasn't happened because we weren't strong enough to see it happen.
Well, thank goodness that is the case now. And, of course, the jury's still out. We haven't got official word that interest rates have been increased by the Federal Open Market Committee, but they have said that they're going to raise interest rates at the September meeting. So
Yes.
if that were the case, Faye thinks it'd be great news. It would cause activity on both sides of the market. So if you see that and you think that it's bad news, you're not thinking straight. You got to realize that's kind of it's almost like a warning shot. Like, hey, party's almost over.
Yeah, and the other thing that's so important about that is if you recognize lenders are going to make some adjustments.
True.
They're not going to lessen their restrictive guidelines, but they are going to perform in a way that gives us a few more programs to go to.
Yeah, they want applications coming in.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to just sit back and go, oh, I guess we have no more mortgage applications this week.
No.
They're going to figure out how to make it happen.
They're going to figure it out.
Well, what do you think about this other article, Faye, in the Union Tribune where they're talking about young home buyers? Now, of course, it's from the Union Tribune, and it's Jonathan Horn, and he's a smart guy, and I know him. But he's referencing information from Trulia, where they say it's going to take 18 years to save for down payment.
I had to laugh. In reading that article, I had to laugh, honestly. First of all, I have to look at, you take a 25, 30-year-old, the article is coming from that segment, and it's almost victimized. It's almost pity poor me and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. First of all, you don't have to have granite countertops, brand new, beautiful home when you make your first purchase. As a matter of fact, it's not healthy for you to do that.
Do you think people are looking to buy too much house?
Oh, of course.
And that's what this is about.
I think it's exactly what it's about because they all want that perfect condo with a gym and a pool and a this and a that. When in fact, this is a more mature woman speaking, so remember that. But it's healthy. It's healthy to have tile countertops. Save the money to redo that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Gain some equity. Look at your first property, not only a shelter and a place to live your life, but also think of it as an investment. Build that investment slowly. You don't have to have the $500,000 house, which is what they're using in this article.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's places you can live and not spend $500,000 for your first home.
And there's actually plenty of nice places that you can live in San Diego County. And if you're not sure about that or you don't believe it, you know exactly who to call. It's Faye Hines right here. Faye, thank you so much for your time today. You're amazing. Really appreciate it. Faye Hines, everybody on Smarter San Diego. Stick around for more commercial-free content where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else.